This is the MLB pregame show, and I'm Matt Vasgersian. And as we draw nearer to the first pitch of Game 1 in the series, we'll give you the latest. We've got baseball from the home of the 2015 World Champs, Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Chicago White Sox. Buddy Dick will stand in now, and boy, everything he touched turned to gold yesterday as he turned in an amazing 6-hit performance. High and deep to right center field. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. So it's a 2-run shot to right center, number 35 now on the season, as the White Sox move in front 2-0.
Well, no doubt that's a mistaken location right there. At the plate, his eyes were probably lighting up watching that one come in.
Buddy Dick gets a shot now with deuces all around. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 2. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Runners off for second. Hit hard up the middle. Throw on to first, and the White Sox come up with nothing as the Buddy Dick digs in now with 2 already home and a potential third waiting in the wings only 90 feet away.
Well, runs often come in bunches, Matty, and we're going to have to see if that's the case right here. They've got a chance at a big inning.
He leaps, but he can't get it. It's down for extra bases. And they'll extend their lead even further as the runs in to score from third. And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
Up next for the White Sox,
Hector Peralta steps forward here with 3 runs already home and a potential 4th standing at third base.
Well, just about everything's gone their way so far in this frame, and another great opportunity to add to the total right here.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. Very weakly on the ground. Johnston gonna have to hurry. Throw not in time to get him, and how about that? An unlikely infield single. Chuck James is going to come on and make an appearance here, though I suspect even he couldn't have predicted he'd be taking over in just the 4th inning. Daniel Mascara will step in now with 3 home in the inning and another 2 men out there on base.
This inning's really starting to unravel quickly from a defensive point of view. This is where you need a nice pop-up in a big way.
Oh, and he turns on this fastball and sends it out to deep left field. And I would say he got just about all of that one as this ball is gone. A home run. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left as this is now a 7-run ball game.
And on 3-1, you don't want to walk him and load the bases. I mean, he knows that at the plate, so he was just sitting back and waiting for this one, and he turns it into a 3-run bomb.
Buddy Dick will stand in here, but before he does, let's take you back to the very first inning. This was a 2-run home run right out of the gate that really got these guys off to a fast start. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. And he is in there to start the 6th. It's a leadoff double.
Well, he smokes this ball right here. This is a fastball, and he's right on it. Drives it right into the left center field gap, and he's going to wind up on second with a leadoff double.
Hector Peralta ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, and you can bet he'd love to get himself that 3rd hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
Pitch is a cold strike. The throw not nearly in time as he takes 3rd easily.
Partner, you're up by 7 runs out there. 7! And you still feel the need to steal 3rd? I don't know about that decision.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a little tapper. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. Back to the mound and off his leg. No play as the run comes in to score, and we're all hoping he's going to be okay on the mound.
Well, you know all the infielders are taught to try and knock a ball down in that RBI situation. But here on the mound, I don't think he had any choice. This one comes back at him and gets him flush. And by the time they all scramble around to find the ball...
So standing in, Buddy Dick, and he's got the tough ones out of the way. Only a single, and he'll have the cycle.
And he's obviously seeing the ball really well today, and his teammates are up on the top step cheering him on, trying to get him that last hit.
And this is going to rattle up against the out-of-town scoreboard now. Around second, he'll try for third, and he is into third with his fourth hit of the ball game.
Yeah, getting one triple in a game is rare enough, but getting two is something you might see once a year. But just like the last one, he hits second base here under a full head of steam and makes it into third with his second triple of the ball game.
Yeah, now that Royals bullpen will get busy as we see both a southpaw and a right-hander get loose. 1-2 now as that's in there at the knees. The ball flying around the yard in this one as you see so far there. To two balls and two strikes now. Where do you go from here?
I think he's set up for something off speed. If you can put that changeup below his knees, he won't come within a foot of it.
3 runs already home here. Right side hit hard. And that's through into right field for a base hit. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third.
And these guys just don't seem to want to let up out there. And who can blame them? That's now...
Striding in and working on a terrific performance in this one, Buddy Dick. And we'll see if he can put together a rare 5-hit performance here. Oh, high, deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run. So a 3-run shot to right center field, his second of the game, as they just continue to pour it on here.
I tell you, that's the perfect storm there. A power pitcher on the mound throwing a hard fastball to a power hitter at the plate. He takes a big swing and squares it perfectly. I mean, that's as long a home run as you're going to see.
Well, a pretty good offensive show of force in this one. Probably at least a couple of players deserving. But, gentlemen, let's go ahead and give this man the nod as our top player of the game.
Yeah, seemed like everything he touched turned to gold. He winds up with 5 hits in the game. Without question, a standout performance.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The White Sox win it 16. Both teams getting their final warm-up. Tuesday Night Baseball is on the air from Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri. Tonight, the second of 3 to start the week between the Chicago White Sox and the Kansas City Royals. Royals baseball comes your way next. Now a moment here to check out the White Sox starting lineup. Who do you have your eye on, EK? Buddy Dick will hope his heroics from last night can carry over to this one as he's coming off a 5-hit ball game.
And he's been hitting the ball out of the yard, too. A whole bunch of home runs in his last 10 games. And yesterday was a good one, too.
Now the double steal is on here. Pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Butler looking up. Gone! So a 3-run blast to straightaway left. Home run number 37 on the year. And the Sox will move out in front now 3-0.
Well, apparently these guys didn't see the highlights from yesterday because he had 2 home runs a day ago. Now he's got another home run right here. Now obviously, this pace won't last, but, man, he is hitting everything in sight.
Stepping in, Buddy Dick. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
Well, that was a fastball that he hit then, so we'll see if they go after him with hard stuff again.
Hit hard on the ground to second. Reined in. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. A man left for the White Sox. They lead it 4-0. Buddy Dick strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. That ball's headed for the gap in left center. He's got a base hit, possibly more. And he will beat the throw into second as he slides in safely with a 1-out double.
Well, now we'll see a visit from the pitching coach here, but, man, after 7 runs have crossed the plate against him, I think it's more than time to cut your losses and get him out of here. I don't know what they're waiting for.
Chuck James is going to come on and make an appearance here, though I suspect even he couldn't have predicted he'd be taking over in just the 4th inning. And the runner's breaking for third. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The throw not nearly in time as he takes third easily. So a good job there of taking third unannounced, but meanwhile the strikeout means 2 men are gone now. Action in that KC pen now as a right-hander's begun to loosen up. Squared that one up just a little late. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Hit hard to the right side. Foul. Full count. Here it comes. Belted high and deep into right center. Brito ranging back. Gone! So it's a 2-run shot to right center, as this is now a 5-run cushion. Buddy Dick strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. Smoked the other way, high and deep to left. Butler racing back, but he can't get it as it's off the wall. And he is into second with a double, his 3rd hit of the night. Settling in now, Hector Peralta. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. And now that Royals bullpen will get busy as we see both a southpaw and a right-hander get loose. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. In the dirt here. But fortunately here, no advance. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2.
2-2 the count.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. The early hit total, about what you'd expect in a score line such as this. Swing and a miss as it's dropped behind the plate. Coley finds it, and the throw is made to record the 2nd out of the inning.
That's some good aggressive base running right there. He knows the play's probably going to first, so he takes off and makes it up to third on the strikeout.
Strike 3, and that'll put an end to a big inning. So 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a man left on. Buddy Dick will stand in, and as he does, we'll flash you back to the 1st inning of the ball game. A 3-run shot had him off and running right out of the gate. Lined hard toward right center. Kim moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number 1.
Yeah, and I think he thought he got that one pretty good. That looked like it might turn into extra bases, but that's a nice job to close quickly and run it down in the alley.
Buddy Dick strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. First offering on its way. Slapped hard the opposite way. A dive, but it's off his glove. And he'll pull into second with his 4th hit of the ball game.
Well, it's never an easy task to have to start an inning by going through the 3, 4, 5 guys. And obviously, no exception here because he drills this ball, and he's going to wind up at second with a leadoff double.
Sinker misses that time, and it's 2-1. No shortage of extra base hits as you see the totals there. And now the runner's trying for third. Pitches a cold strike. The throw. It's too high, and he's going to get in there at third with a stolen base.
And I think you're going to start seeing some raised eyebrows over in that opposing dugout. And when you've got a big lead like this, you've got to just stay where you are. Stealing third? That's just a no-no.
Ripped down the first base line, but a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. The 2-2 pitch. And he tried to hold up that time. We'll get an appeal down to third, and no swing. It's ball 3. Locked in a good battle. Here comes another one. And he's able to lay off there for ball 4. And that'll put runners at the corners now with still nobody out.
And for as hot as this guy's been recently, this is a no-brainer. Take the bat out of his hands any chance you get.
Daniel Mascara will stand in again as we flash you back here to the 4th inning. This was a 2-run home run that was definitely one of the big blows of the ball game to this point. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. And the runner from third crosses the plate around third and being waved on home. And he will score as well. And they're really putting some distance between them now as that lead gets even bigger.
Well, there's been plenty of offense to go around here, but this guy's certainly been one of the key contributors. Give him 2 more RBIs there. That's now 5 for the game. This offensive explosion continues.
So a good offensive showing for these guys, but if we had to pick one player that stood out, that's our man right there. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, just a great all-around game for him here. You'll see on the line score, 4 hits, including that big home run. You'd have to say he was instrumental in leading these guys to the victory.
4 hours and 1 minute.
So that's a wrap here tonight. Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian, you've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Facebook at MLB The Show. The White Sox win it 15-7. Good night from Kansas City. Back here on the MLB pregame show, Matt Vasgersian getting you set for the finale. Now from the longtime home of the Royals, day baseball from Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City. Today, the 3rd and final game in this 3-game series between the Chicago White Sox and the Kansas City Royals. It's Royals baseball coming up next. Buddy Dick will stand in, fresh off a 4-hit ball game a night ago.
Well, you know, he's been averaging at least an RBI per game over his last 10, so yesterday's performance shouldn't have come as any big surprise to anybody.
In the air to center field and deep back is the center fielder. Back he goes, but this is going to be a home run. So it's a solo shot to dead center. 38th home run of the season for him. As the White Sox are on the board first, it's 1-0.
This guy's got to be at the point where he's thinking, do we really need to play another team after this? I mean, this is now...
Buddy Dick stands in again. He got a hold of one and went yard in his first plate appearance. First delivery to him on the way. Oh, and he turns another one around here. And his fine ball game will continue. Give him another home run. So a 2-run shot to left center. His second home run of the game. And the White Sox have come back to tie it at 3.
Well, it seems to me like we've seen this before. His second home run of the ball game. And it would seem to me that he hit that one harder than he did the last one. So he's definitely locked in.
Buddy Dick stands in again here with 2 home runs already to his name in this one.
And you know what, Matt? He's just made it look so easy out there. I think they've got to change their approach right here. Use some caution or something.
That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Well, I think this was a little bit of a gamble from my perspective. I had a feeling that he'd take a big turn around first and then hold on, but he was having none of that. He's smelling 2 all the way, and he's going to make it there with a hustle double.
Hector Peralta will stand in for the 3rd time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy. Oh, and he's into third safely with the stolen base.
And let's just train our camera on that runner leading off from second. He's watching that pitcher like a hawk. So once he sees that he's not paying attention to him, he just takes off. And the head-first slide gets him into third just ahead of the throw.
And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2.
And even though he's given up his share of hits so far, he still hasn't walked anybody, so at least he's got that going for him.
And now that Royals bullpen will get busy as we see both a southpaw and a right-hander get loose. Outside and a full count, 3-2. EK, where are you going now on 3-2?
I still got to work a corner. Not just going to throw it right down the middle and grab a strike. Can't be a giveaway pitch.
Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. In to score is the runner from third. Now a 5-3 game. The relay throw. And they'll get the man at third here at least, but in the interim, a run has come in to score.
Well, once this ball got out there, you figured it was a sure double, but he decided to...
Buddy Dick will stand in again as we flash you back to the early stages of this ball game. There were fans still finding their seats as he launched his second home run of the game as he was off to a fast start indeed. Here's a swing, and oh, man! Way out of here. Solo shot to right center. His 3rd home run of the ball game, and it's now 6-3.
Oh, and his great year just keeps going on and on.
Buddy Dick will stride in again as he looks to join a very elite list. We take you back to earlier. This was home run number 3 in the ball game as he'll try and join just a select few with 4 home runs in a single game. And this one is gone, a home run. So a solo shot here to left center field, his 4th in the ball game, as this is now a 7-run ball game.
Incredible. I mean, if I wasn't sitting here, I wouldn't believe it myself. 4 home runs now in 1 game. In the history of baseball.
Well, the bats were certainly working in this one, but out of everybody, I'd say this man most deserves to be our top player of the game.
Yeah, No way you could look past this guy. Really a game he'll remember for a long time. 4 home runs.